Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, this is technically kind of like a nail video. I am making a customer's nail set, but unfortunately I don't have the last clip that I always show you guys when the nails are finished and in the box. So I felt like instead of doing an actual tutorial on this, I'll let you guys watch while I just chat to you guys about something that I get asked about pretty often, honestly, and that is how I became a content creator or started filming my videos, and how you can start if you want to start, even if you're a beginner. This is something that can take you very far in whatever field of expertise you have or whatever you love. It doesn't even have to be nails. If you watch and you do something else, you can still become a content creator. So I just wanted to kind of like give you guys a little bit of a background as to how I started and stuff, because I know there's people that just don't know where to start or don't know what to do first or where to even begin, and it's actually way simpler than you think. And this is just a basic video basically telling you guys my journey, but also giving you guys tips on how you can start too, because it's actually not that difficult. So I'm going to start off by saying that I did start on Instagram and on YouTube. So I did originally start off by just recording the most basic nail set. Honestly, I would recommend you guys scroll all the way down and see my first video ever. Just know that when I was uploading that video, my voice was shaking. I had to redo, I think I did a voiceover, but I can't remember if I did it or not. I can't remember now, it's been years. But I was very nervous. My voice was shaking. I had to probably re-record clips in my first few videos so many times, and it was just one of those things where I was so nervous for nothing, because it's like scary at first, but literally a few videos in and you get the hang of it. I'm also going to talk about short videos too, not just YouTube, because I know YouTube is very intimidating as far as the editing goes and uploading and everything, because it is way more difficult than uploading short videos. I'm going to tell you right now a million times that this is definitely more difficult, like uploading long videos. Unless you don't care and you don't want to edit and you can just post unedited clips or unedited videos, that's totally fine. But when it comes to YouTube, editing a lot is definitely something that you're going to have to learn. So that's just kind of more difficult if you want to jump into it nowadays. Like, I know there's a lot of you guys that are probably really young, like, not, and I don't mean really young as like, you know, young. I just mean like you guys are probably in your 20s or even like 18 and up, so you guys probably know already how to like film TikToks and stuff, so you guys can definitely do this. And even if you have never even filmed a TikTok or filmed anything like this before, you definitely can still do it. And it does not matter what age you are. You do not have to be young to start. You can start filming videos no matter your age. I follow a really amazing nail artist she's a nail tech on TikTok. Her name is Queen Diana, and I love her videos so much. I've been watching her for years, even before I started my me being serious on TikTok, way before then. Like, I was watching her on my personal account for so long. I would watch all her lives and everything. Now I still watch her, but I'm a little more busy now, so I can't really sit down and watch videos as much as I liked to back then. But she is older, and I just love her videos so much. She does not give an F, and I love that about her. And she just uploads whatever, and she has more than 1 million followers on TikTok, and that just goes to show you do not have to be a certain age to get into content creation. And I just love the fact that she does nails and she just does her clients and just has fun with it, and I love that about her. And I love how she's raw and real and just doesn't care. That is the main thing I love. I honestly prefer content creators like that rather than content creators that make everything look so perfect. Even though I want to get my TikTok more like hers, like where I can just do whatever and like post anything I want without having to edit it so perfectly and everything. But I'm just absolutely terrified, and I don't know why. I feel more comfortable posting unedited, raw and real clips here on YouTube Shorts rather than TikTok, and I don't know why. Maybe one day I can get more comfortable with like that on TikTok, but for now I'm just gonna post my edited little videos of my nail art that I do. But basically, if you are doing, I'm gonna just say in nails specifically, like if you guys do nails, but obviously you can do these same steps if you don't do nails, but I'm just gonna make it nail focused because that's what I know. So if you want to start making videos, and I'm sorry you guys, I don't know what's been happening with this clip, I'm just not even doing anything here, but I'm gonna leave it in so that I can still talk, because if I cut out all these little random parts, the video is going to be so short and I won't have a lot of time to talk to you guys. So this is definitely more like podcast vibe. Like, you guys can listen to this while you work, while you do your nails, or if you're interested in just, you know, becoming a content creator, you could like listen to this and then watch if I am doing something on the screen. But I'm sorry if I don't. I have to constantly get up and deal with my animals, feed them, you know. Like, my dog always cries for a treat, so then I have to get up for that. Sometimes I just have to get up for random things. So yeah, if I stop randomly, it's usually for a reason, because most of the time I do not stop while I'm making a nail set. And if you're new to my channel, I'm sorry if I'm very chatty, but that's just how I am. I am very, very chatty. I love to talk. I love to chat with you guys. I love to give you guys all the information that I possibly can as to anything that can possibly help you guys. And yeah, if you guys hear anything in the back, it's probably my cats or something. So anyway, I'm gonna start off by saying that I started on YouTube, so we're kind of going back. I just needed to do like a little bit of a disclaimer back there. But I started on YouTube. I started off by just uploading one random video. I think it was like a marble video or something. It was something so random. I filmed it just for YouTube, I think. And I just filmed with my iPhone. You do not need any fancy anything. I'm telling you right now, if you want to start filming short content, I'm going to emphasize on short content first, because YouTube is a very big thing to jump into. If you want to upload YouTube videos, you need like a computer and stuff. But if you want to just do Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube shorts, you do not need a computer. So I basically started on YouTube, and I did have a computer, thankfully, because I was in school and stuff. I was going to community college, so I already had a computer for school, and I was able to use that for my YouTube. But I just started recording with my iPhone, and I still to this day record with my iPhone. I do not have a camera. I do not have a microphone. I don't have any fancy gadgets at all. And I'm honestly getting to the stage in my YouTube career where I kind of want to start investing in real things like that, like a camera and a mic, because I noticed that sometimes the audio could be off, and then I noticed sometimes that my filming setup is like my filming camera, which is my iPhone, is kind of iffy because my phone overheats a lot. I run out of storage a lot, and it's just one of those things where I struggle. So all these years I have been on YouTube, probably, I don't even know how many years now, probably close to 5 years, and I have never bought any type of equipment, literally ever. The only thing I do is upgrade my iPhone every now and then and get a new one, but I don't even do it every time an iPhone comes out. I get a new phone probably every 2 years or something. So yeah, you don't need anything fancy. If you have an iPhone, you can definitely start. I'm saying iPhone because I've never had any other type of phone, so I can't speak on any other type of phone. That's why I'm going to keep saying iPhone, but you can definitely do this with anything, I'm pretty sure. But basically, if you want to start uploading short form content, you just need the TikTok app, of course, like social media apps. You want to cross post on everything. Post if you want to if you have the time and you have the energy, post different types of content on all different platforms, so you get different followers from each platform, and they'll go to all of them. You know what I mean? Like, if someone finds me on TikTok, I want them to go to my YouTube and see that I actually post more behind the scenes and like random other videos on my YouTube shorts. Like, I want people from TikTok to see that YouTube shorts is like a little different vibe, and be like, oh, I'm gonna follow her here too, because, you know, here she posts different types of stuff that I don't ever get to see over there. So you know what I mean? If you want to do that, you could, but you can post the same video on everything, because some people don't even have one or the other. You know what I mean? Some people have YouTube, but they don't have TikTok. Some people have TikTok, but they don't have Instagram. So it's one of those things where you just want to post everywhere if you can, and post daily if possible. That is how you're going to grow the fastest. You have to post at least once a day, preferably twice a day. I grew my Instagram completely natural. I did not use any type of, like, I don't know what it's called, like, where you can promote your page and stuff. You pay to, like, promote it. I've never done that ever to get followers. I tried to do it one time when my views were so low and my engagement was so low. I thought that I was probably, I don't know, like, bananaed or something. I'm gonna say bananaed because I don't know if you can say the word here, but I thought I was, and I was just scared. So I was like, you know what, let me try to pay to get a promotion for my one video on Instagram. And you guys, I got one single follower from that, and literally no views. Like, I think I got barely any views on it, and I paid $20, and that was the last time I ever did that, and that was probably a few years ago. I would say maybe 2 years ago now, and it did nothing for me at all. So I never did it again. It was just really just a money grab from Instagram, honestly. I've never done it on any other platform except Instagram. So when I say I grew my Instagram naturally, I genuinely grew it naturally. I did that just to see if it would get my engagement back up, because my engagement was doing so bad. And I know a lot of you guys that have Instagram probably know what I mean. The Instagram algorithm is the absolute freaking worst ever, and I don't know why it just sucks so bad. I think it just doesn't push nail artists the way it should, but or not even nail artists, like nail techs, whoever, anyone that does nails or any type of beauty thing. It's just really hard to grow, and I genuinely get that. But the way I grew was years back. I think my Instagram really started growing in like 2021, and that was because I was consistently posting all the time, like so often. You guys, I was posting as often as possible. Every single nail set that I would make, I would post it. So I would recommend you guys do that too. Any nail set you make, post it, even if you're just making nails for yourself. So and yeah, so that's basically that. And if you want to start recording videos that are more a little detailed, like tutorials and stuff, I would recommend you get the CapCut app. There's also another app, different types of other apps called like InShot and stuff like that. There's so many different editing apps that you can use, and honestly, I'm not even going to tell you which one exactly to use. All I'm going to say is I use CapCut, and that's the only one that seems to work for me. I've tried other different types of editing apps when CapCut got taken down, and I felt like none of them were the same. Like, they freaking sucked, honestly, for me. And I don't know what I'll do without CapCut. I hope it never goes away ever again, because I love it so much. So that's the app I would recommend for sure. And I do pay a little bit for, like, I do pay for a few things. Like, I pay the CapCut membership so that I can get access to like all the different fonts and stuff like that, and different types of things that you don't have access to if you don't pay for it. But you don't need that when you first start. So don't feel like you need anything specific and that you need to spend a lot of money to create content, because you don't. Honestly, you just need to pick up your phone and just start recording. So that's the one thing I would recommend, is just don't be scared to record, and just record anything. Honestly, there's always someone that's willing to watch or learn, and it's all up to the algorithm, honestly. But the more you post, the more the more you are going to get thrown into the algorithm. So that's something I'm still learning, and I'm barely getting the hang of. It's always been really hard for me to completely stay consistent, just because I get really unmotivated a lot of the time, and then I'm a big procrastinator also. And then also on top of that, life just gets in the way sometimes. So there's a lot of times where I would just not post for a little while, and it just sucked. But I'm slowly getting the hang of it and working on that. So don't feel like you need to be perfect right off the bat. But if you are a type A person and you already know how to create schedules for yourself and stick to it, and you're very disciplined, then you will definitely be successful in content creation, because that is the number one thing you need, is consistency. Other than that, you don't really need much, just basic like editing. And yeah, so if you guys want to start doing that, I would recommend it for sure. And I think as far as like getting paid, which I know is like the biggest thing that everybody always talks about, and I do get asked about that every now and then. You have to have 10,000 followers, I think, on TikTok to get paid, and then on YouTube I think it's 1,000, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember because that was a while ago. But just be consistent. Don't feel so obsessed with the numbers. Like, don't get so obsessed with the numbers. Just post for fun, and post as often as you can, and try not to be so obsessed with like how much you're growing and like the followers and everything like that, because it's gonna definitely, if you're like an emotional person or someone that overthinks a lot, it's gonna really get to you. So that is another thing, is like, post for fun. Don't post because you just think you're gonna make a whole bunch of money. Like, you have to post because you really want to and you actually like to. And you don't have to have so many customers and so many clients to have to make content. Just get the content that you can from the nail sets that you have the time to make. So if you have the time to make 2 to 3 nail sets a week, which I know may not seem like a lot, but you can make so many different types of content with just 2 to 3 nail sets a week. You can make a bunch of short form content, and then you can make like a long video too if you want to do YouTube, like I mentioned. But if you don't even plan on doing long YouTube videos yet and you want to start with short videos because they're a little easier, then you can make so many different types of videos with just a few nail sets. So I can think of so many off the top of my head. Like, for example, you can do a video like this, and I'll insert it here as an example for you guys. So one idea is you can make a video like this where you show your inspo in the beginning and kind of give a brief overview of what you're going to be making, and then start on the nails. And this doesn't have to be a press-on set. This can be anything, even if you're doing nails for yourself, and it does not have to be so intricate. But if you are going to be doing a different design on every single nail, and you're going to take the time to make like something like this, or, you know, it doesn't have to be like this, but like anything, I would recommend, if you don't have the time to make a lot of nails in a week, record every individual nail design on a single nail stand, and just from that, you have like 5 nail videos right there. So that's already 5 videos that you have just off of one nail set if you record every individual nail and then make a video explaining exactly what you're doing for each nail. So that's an idea. And then of course the overall video is like making the whole nail set and briefly explain every step. Don't go too much into detail because then, you know, you might lose your viewer. So I always try to like briefly explain what I'm doing, but I do want to make more shorter videos where I go more in depth, because you can go up to like 10 minutes, I think. Here on YouTube Shorts, I think it's only 3 minutes, but on TikTok, I think it's up to 10. I'm not really sure 100% because I've never tried to make a video that long, but yeah, you can basically just do something like this. And then, like I said, you can even make like 5 different individual nails and make a video out of each one. So you don't have to have a lot of time to do this. And then when it comes to editing, I would say editing each one nail design would take me anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes if it's just one nail design. If it's a full hand like this one right here, it might take me like an hour to edit the video. So it just depends, and that's me like being very specific, making sure I cut a lot of like unnecessary parts out. You guys that watch my videos a lot probably know, like, randomly I'll stop and then continue, stop and then continue. I always have to speed up my YouTube videos like ×2, ×4 because I go very slow. So this is a video that is actually not even sped up. You can see here I'm going very slow here on the screen, and that's because I wanted it to be more of a slower pace and not be so rushed. So I try not to speed my videos so much. And the other thing you're going to need to do is just get a tripod. I actually have here in my storefront, my Amazon storefront, I have exactly which tripod I use. It's like one that has a mini ring light and like a spot for your phone connected. And you're going to need a good tripod, and you have to film from a good angle. That is the number one thing that I cannot stress enough. Record from a good angle and always make sure you're in frame. Staying in frame is the hardest thing for me still to this day, because while I'm making the nail set, I get so into it that I forget to check my view and see if I'm in the frame. So I think when you have an actual camera, there's like a viewfinder or whatever, and like you can see where you're at without having to actually see the screen. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's like if you have a fancy setup. Like when you just film with the iPhone, you have to constantly look at the screen and see if you're filming. And if you film from overhead like I do, it's kind of like you're gonna forget to like consistently look up and check if you're in frame. So I would recommend getting like a little square piece of paper or something that gives you an idea of where to stay inside of. That's what I do. Honestly, I just use printer paper sometimes in my videos, and I try to stay in that square, and I know that that square is the perfect place to stay, and I'll tape the paper to my desk so that I'm in the frame. Sometimes I forget to do it. Like this video, you can definitely see I was getting out of frame a little bit, but like I said, this isn't like an actual tutorial, so I'm just kind of chatting with you guys in this video. So that is the other thing, is like always record from a good angle. Try to get an up close view, but not so up close to where your camera is constantly going to unfocus. So if your nails are zoomed into the point where it's like 2.5 zoom or more, it'll like randomly unfocus. I noticed that, and I always film at two times zoom. I don't know what exactly it's called, but I zoom in and then I do it until it's 2 times. So if you're gonna do that, I would recommend something like that, because then that way you're up close enough to where the viewer can see, but your camera won't be going out of focus. So I would also recommend, if you're right-handed, to film from your left side angle. So zoom it, like have your camera close to you, but not to where it's going to be in your way while you make your nail set. So, and this goes for anything, like even if you do acrylics or anything, film from like a side view if you have to, a little bit, to just make sure it's like focused on the nails, not so much focus on you, you know. I've seen like some content creators where they'll record more of themselves rather than the nail. Like they'll record themselves like actually making the nails, you know what I mean, but not the nails themselves. Does that make sense? Like you can see their hand like moving and stuff, but you can't see like what they're painting, if you know what I mean, because it's not zoomed in on the nails, it's zoomed in more on them. So and I've seen people like mention that to them in the comments. They'd be like, can I see actually more of what you're actually doing instead of you doing it, you know? So I think it just depends on what you want your page to be about. But if you're a nail artist or a nail tech, I'm pretty sure you want to post like tutorials of what you do. So yeah, and I was gonna say, if you're scared to do a voiceover, or if you're scared to talk while you're making the nails, you don't have to be scared to do it. I noticed that I still struggle a lot with actually talking while I'm making the nail set, because I'll get very distracted, start to stutter a lot, and then it's a lot to have to go back and edit, because I have to watch the entire footage for me to see what I was saying, you know what I mean? But if you do a voiceover, you can just worry about making your nail set, worry about staying in frame, and then deal with like what you're going to say later. And if you're scared to voiceover and you're scared to talk to the camera first, then you don't even need to talk at all. You can start with just posting videos or tutorials that only have music. Like YouTube has free music if you're going to do long videos, but then you can also post pretty much any music you want on your video if it's any other platform, I think. So I just prefer to do voiceovers. I feel like it's more interesting for the viewer, and then it's also more interesting for me while I'm editing it. It's something I love to do more, is yap. Like you guys know, I love to yap. So me uploading videos and shorts and anything where I'm talking is just better for me, in my opinion. So that is the reason why you see me doing a lot of voiceovers, and I talk through all of my videos rather than putting music over them most of the time. I've never really done videos that have music over it. It's like rare that I do that. So yeah, that is another tip that I wanted to give. And then I can't think of any other tips right off the top of my head, but yeah, basically consistency is so important, and that is how you're going to grow no matter what you do, even if you don't even want to be a content creator. But I did notice that my Instagram has gotten back to normal pretty much with my like algorithm once I started posting different types of content. So once I started posting my tutorials on there, my Instagram has started to grow again. Once I started posting more shorts here on YouTube and long videos, both, I noticed that my channel is growing. So it's just those things that's like, it kind of sucks, but it's honestly the truth, that you just have to put in more work if you want to grow, because if you don't put in the work, you're just not going to grow. And that's literally just the truth. And it's like so annoying, honestly, because I feel like before you can post every now and then, and like, I don't know, you can grow so easily, but now it's not like that. I think because of the abundance of content that there is on social media these days, it's just hard for you to get thrown in, because there's so many people that are doing not the same as you, but like, you know, so many people doing anything. So it's just hard for you to get thrown into the algorithm. So just post as often as possible. If someone even interacts with your video once or a few times, they're eventually going to keep getting recommended your content, because, you know, the algorithm is the algorithm, and people are going to know, or the social media platform is going to know, okay, they obviously like this person's content or this type of stuff, so I'll just keep recommending this to them. That's why it's important to get your viewers to engage with you if you can. Like, if you want to grow on Instagram, post a lot of stories, polls, ask them questions, tell them to ask you questions, have them interact with you in any way, shape, or form, and that is going to definitely help with your reach and your engagement, because people interacting with you is the best way to do it. Honestly, I don't even take my own advice, because I barely post on Instagram that often. I post every now and then, but I honestly forget to post there because I'm focused so much on my YouTube and my TikTok, and that's just because I love these two platforms. I notice that Instagram, I feel very distant. Every time I'm on Instagram, I just feel so distant. Like, I feel like I don't connect as much with the people on there. I don't know, I feel like I definitely find myself comparing more when I'm on Instagram, like comparing myself to other nail artists, and it's just a little different. It's such a different dynamic, honestly. Like, it's so weird how every platform is so different. You guys probably understand what I mean, because you guys are probably, most of you are probably on all the platforms. But when you're a content creator and you're like behind the scenes of it, it's actually so weird. Like, you find your preferred platform and you stick to it, and you're just either good at it or you just feel like you don't like it as much. Like, I grew so much on Instagram first, and I just feel distant from it still. Like, the followers don't even interact really. Like, they don't interact. They don't really, like, I don't know how to explain it. And maybe it's my fault. Like, maybe I don't interact as much. I can definitely see that that could be the reason why, because I don't really post that many stories. I don't post a lot of behind the scenes stuff on there, which I probably should, but I just don't. I don't know why. And it's just because I don't gravitate towards it. I definitely like editing and doing stuff like this more. I like to teach, basically. Like, I like to teach you guys nails, and then I like to chat nails. And I feel like Instagram, people get bored very quickly. Like, I feel like on Instagram, the shorter the content, the better for some reason. And I don't know, I just don't like that. I feel like I can't get my point across. I can't really talk, and people will actually listen. Like, whereas TikTok and YouTube, I feel like you guys do. So that is definitely something I'm struggling with right now. My Instagram, I just want to feel more connected there. I just don't feel connected there for some reason. I feel like it's very toxic for some reason, and I don't know why, but I just do. So yeah, that's the main thing right now. But I do notice that when I post my tutorials that I post here for you guys and then on TikTok, whenever I post them on Instagram Reels, I do get a lot of views, but it'll just be random views, of course. Like, views to me are like nothing. Like, I feel so comfortable here on YouTube because you guys interact with me, you guys talk to me, you guys give me advice, you guys are telling me what you do like, what you don't like. Like, I love that about you guys, and I love that you guys actually take the time to comment here, and I love that. And I literally read as many comments as I possibly could, and that's why I like to make videos for you guys. It's just hard for me because I'm balancing everything by myself, so sometimes my videos don't always come out on time, or my videos are so late. Like today I'm uploading so freaking late, but I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna upload for them, because regardless of the time, I know there's so many of you guys from all over the world, and I think that's what I love about this platform so much, is that I can connect with you guys, and you guys live on the complete opposite side of the world from me. So yeah, you know, that's why I love this community that I've had here on YouTube, and I genuinely love and appreciate all of you guys that support me. I have just been so happy to just be here for you and teach you new things, and so many of you guys tell me that I've inspired you to start doing press-ons, and that means the world to me, honestly, because we need to throw out these factory made press-ons, you guys. Like, we need more of you to start making actual nails that people can have. And yeah, I just love making tutorials for you guys. So that kind of brings us to the end of the video. I hope I wasn't too repetitive. I tried to talk about a new topic like every 5 minutes or so, every few minutes, so that way you guys don't get so bored. And hopefully you guys were watching this while you work, and hopefully this motivates you. If I motivated you to start making press-ons, I hope this video motivates you to start making content. Because if you guys have an iPhone, you guys can do it. If you guys have the apps already and you guys are already scrolling all the time, you guys definitely can do it. So I believe in you guys. You guys can definitely do this. If you want me to film a video on me like actually editing a TikTok, let me know. I can definitely do that. But I just don't film stuff like that because I don't know if you guys will actually want to see it. I know a lot of you guys on here are following me because of the tutorials. So I like to throw out content like this that's more behind the scenes based every now and then, but I don't know if you guys like it or not. So let me know what more you guys want to see. If you guys have any video ideas that you want to see, leave them down in the comments. I'll definitely take them into consideration because I'm going to do some filming this week. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this chatty one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!